So PokeNE, if you're not familiar, it's an online card store. They're the worst. The absolute worst. I can't believe this guy. I can't believe him at all. Absolutely disgusting. So here we have PokeNE. What a joke. Ridiculous website. I mean, he has Pokemon products. English, Japanese, simplified Chinese, Korean. He does all sorts of stuff. And then he has the gall to come on YouTube and talk about how his release of Journey Together went so poorly. Well, duh. You were actually being nice. And that totally makes sense that everybody be mad that you did the moral thing. Wait a second. Hang on. I think we got this all wrong. He didn't do anything wrong at all. He's great. He did a huge favor to the community. People are actually upset about PokeNE, an otherwise smaller card store. I mean, it's not a big retailer. He's not a massive distributor. He's got near 60,000 subscribers, not a huge YouTube channel, considering the size of some of these YouTube channels. And he did the right thing. He did the right thing. He did the right thing. He went out of his way, made a page and said, hey, sign up, check it out. I'm going to be releasing Journey Together booster boxes at MSRP. And I already know that there's a lot more of you out there than I will have boxes for. It's a limit of 1 per customer. I'm going to try to do some things to help, mitigate any bots or things going on that are nefarious, which he did. He took these active steps to try to make it possible for you and me to have a shot at 1 booster box at MSRP. And the thousands, the 50,000 plus people, the majority of them are ticked off. It's hysterical. Not for his sake and not for the sake of the community, but it's hysterical that people are so short-sighted and so small-minded. You got to check out his video. His video is actually really good. He claims he's just ranting about it and kind of complaining about, the reaction to doing the right thing. Anyone with 2 brain cells to rub together should obviously see that his points are very valid and reasonable. And I'm 100% on his side about this because I've lived this similar situation. Trying to do the right thing doesn't mean it's the easy thing. Doing the right thing doesn't mean it's the one that's going to please everyone. Doing the right thing is usually the harder step to take. So props to Brian in doing the right thing, even though it might have jaded him and he's really not interested in doing that moving forward, and I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all. This is why when Josh's cards did Prismatic Evolutions and people complained that they had a ridiculous price, it wasn't even the market price, but it was over MSRP at the time. They complained that it was ridiculous and unfair and blah, blah, blah. It's like, can you blame them? We were in a boom of crazy prices and they went to the just kind of wild, not crazy, they took a step towards it, but didn't go all the way. You're not going to please everyone. I know that one firsthand. I get ripped up and down every other day, but I get so many other good comments that it doesn't matter. The people who tear me apart on this tiny, tiny little channel I have, okay, some days it gets to me a little bit. Most days it's like, I don't know who's spitting your tea, man. Just calm down. This is not that important. We live in a ridiculous time where I can speak about shiny cardboard. I'm not even opening the things very often. I can just talk about it with you. And people rip me apart for having an opinion, even though I've been very clear. This is my channel with my journey and my opinion, blah, blah, blah. It's not me, but it's the only perspective I have. And any market insight I can gain in that, I want to share. It's not... you can't please everybody, man. I'm just reflecting on so many, especially recent ones. There's been some silly stuff. Back into this here. He's running a website, an e-commerce store. I hopped in. I joined. I got on the list. 8 p.m. Central Standard Time on the day of release. I don't know what it was, a few days ago. Jumped in. Site crashed instantly. Oh, I got it loaded. Okay, add to cart. Guys, add to cart. Spinning. We're 7 minutes in. I don't think it's there. A couple minutes in, my wife was like, well, let me try. So she hops in on her phone. We go on a computer. We do it. Boom. Add to cart. You can do it. Great. Spinning. We're 12 minutes in, and I'm like, there's no way. There's no way it's not adding to cart because it doesn't exist. It doesn't matter. So I took the shot. I was like, I'm just going to go to my cart, see if it added it there. Maybe I could check out. I don't know if it's being held there and it's just locked up. Whatever. So I went to my cart. Nothing's there. Refresh the page. Sold out. My wife went to her cart. It was there. Okay, great. See if you could check out. No. Oops, something went wrong. The site started catching up to reality. It was sold out. But I spent a total of 12 minutes on the whole task. 12 minutes. Does anybody remember this right here? Does anybody remember that? I mean, it wasn't so long ago last week that this was the commonplace for most people in the hobby. Looking at this for the span of an hour, I heard stories of 3, 4, 5 hours long looking at this or having it knock them out and come back to it. Does anybody remember that? Anybody at all? Yeah, I totally remember that. I spent 12 minutes on Poke.ne, knowing where the hobby's at, wishing, hoping, saying a little prayer, But I knew it was gone. And guess what? After the initial shock of it, oh no, I didn't get it, poor me. It was like, well, I tried. He created an opportunity. I tried. That's as far as either of us could do. That's as far as it could go. Like, seriously? It was there. You took your shot. It didn't work out this time. Boo-hoo. Boo-hoo. It happens. I took my shot on Pokemon Center, and over the past couple weeks of things releasing, I did get something. Awesome. The other ones, I didn't. Boo-hoo. I'm one of many who didn't. Most are not getting what they want. Most are not getting a minimum of what they want. Most are not getting anything on their list. If a multi-billion-dollar corporation like Pokemon Center and Pokemon Company can't get a website to function well enough that it can't beat the bots, it can't cater to you, they can't print to demand of the market for, I don't know, we're looking at 6 months now? Commonly saying, oh, there's going to be more, there's going to be more, there's going to be more. It's been a half a year since you started this journey of Surging Sparks exploding and we're going to do more. Does anybody feel like there's been more done to the hobby? There's been more to satisfy the demand? I don't think so. So a storefront not having what the manufacturer should supply doesn't really feel like the storefront has all the control. I think people get caught up in their own emotions, their own situations, that they get to a site like this and they go, oh, you have stuff. How come I can't get that stuff? Well, put in the work. Put in the overhead. Find a distributor. Do you know how hard that is? I'm in that process now. I am in that process now. Wink, wink. Starting a store. Let me trickle in some little taste of the future around here. I'm in that process now. It is exhausting just to exist in this space as a storefront. Immediately after it sells out, he let everybody know. Immediately. So that way if you came here, you missed your notification, you jumped in, blah, blah, you could see. You didn't have to waste time trying. As of 8:05 p.m., checking for people who bought more than one, used a bot, or cheated. We'll update on social media. Congrats to those who got one. Thank you all. And he also specified most of you who want them will probably not get them. Sorry that it's going to work out that way. But there's not enough product to meet the demand. You were given all the tools, folks. If you're one of the people who's upset about this, I would love to hear your reasoning. Your concise, wonderful plan behind why it's justified that you could be that upset. Or get away from your keyboard, go outside, take a walk, and have a little bit of a life outside of this hobby. Because as much as I love Pokemon, as much as I do, as much as I've collected over the years, as much as I've opened, the great pulls I've had along the way, as much as all that's happened, it can't be everything to you. You have to find something else to focus on. Maybe there's something about being a little bit older, having children, being married, all of that. Maybe there's something about that I have so much else to focus on that would take number one priority over this in a second. And this is a huge luxury that I get to be a part of this hobby in the little bit of way that I am. Maybe that's why my perspective is different. And there's other people who are, not married, not with kids, don't have the same kind of responsibilities or overhead I have to support. Maybe that's why they can be a little bit more fixated on this hobby and be justified in their complaint. Because everybody's situation is different. You, me, we all got something going on. It's just a different level of what's happening and then also how we handle it. And everybody's been from a different experience. I'm not ignorant to that fact. I just don't care. And that's the problem. People don't understand. I really don't care. Because if people have stuff going on, if there's a way to help, I'd love to help. If there's a good interaction I can have with somebody, I'd love to have that interaction. If I can lift you up for a day, that'd be awesome. I'd love to support that. If this channel brightens your day for a few minutes, I hope that's what you're getting out of it. Because if you come here and you just want to hate on me and you do that day after day, for a while I had somebody who came in just to dislike my video regularly and they would tell me about it. It was just like, you got to find a different purpose, buddy. Like, there's more to life than hating me. I hope. I hope there's more to life than that. Just, everybody take a breath. We know the culprit. We know the culprit. It's Pokemon Company. They could do something about this, and there's a lot of different things they could do, but I also have a little bit of understanding for them. I've worked for monster multi-billion-dollar corporations, and the simplest task has way too many people involved, way too many decisions to go through, a hierarchy of people up the chain that you have to clear before you can make any changes, even if they're minimal. So these little quick fixes to satisfy the market, to get away from this sold out over and over and over on everything, it's a hurdle. It really is, because of the nature of the beast. It's all baked in. Take a breath. Take a walk. Realign what's important to you, where you want to be in this hobby and how you want to exist. I truly try to have an honest opinion, a transparent view, and even on the weeks I struggle, because I do it 7 days a week, so even on the weeks I struggle to be joyful and happy, you gotta find a little bit to be okay with and be happy and take those wins. My journey together, Pokemon Center, ETB, it was like nothing to get that. I hopped on super early. There they were, limited 2. I got my 2. I checked back 5 minutes later, and that was the beginning of their queue system, and it was gone. I was super lucky on that one. And that was the last bit of luck I've had on Pokemon Center. That's fine. That's fine. Learn to grow and adapt. It's okay. It's okay to let go of whatever you're holding on to. It's okay to find the joy in the little wins you get like that. And it's okay to brush off the stuff where you missed out. It's okay. Life moves on. Shiny cardboard isn't everything. I sure hope it's not everything. Even me, who's trying to make it more of my life, it's still not going to be everything. This was a weird video today. Cut the community some slack. We're all out here just trying our best. I think Brian did a good job trying his best with that release. I don't blame him if he says, forget it, I'm doing market price. People could deal with it, because he's going to get some hate for that too, so he may as well get paid for it. Oh, man. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.